Oh, this is me gazing out at the beautiful sunset, the ridges of the mountains, the trees changing color, the lake turning from blue to dark, getting from warm to cold to colder, and just thinking about how magnificent this world really is. Just look at the hand of God over nature. I'm a nature seeker sometimes. It takes a lot of work, especially if you decide to go hiking, but oh my God, the beauty is so worth it sometimes, when I don't get the aches and pains that remind me that I'm probably too old for this. But I still challenge myself to do it every now and then because it's worth seeing, it's worth enjoying. Well, why am I so reflective this evening? We just celebrated Thanksgiving in Canada, and the US is coming up soon. And many places all over the world choose a date when they celebrate Thanksgiving. And to me, it's not a day. It's really a practice. It's an attitude. It's just who you are. But never mind, it's a good day to have some extra food to eat and spend time with friends and family. So not knocking the one day that we get to focus a lot more on Thanksgiving. It's probably a good thing to just remind us that we need to be truly grateful for what we have and for who we are. Now, if I were a betting woman, I would bet that I'm not the only person who sometimes get up in the morning and wonder what life could have been if I were somebody else, or if I had more, or if I was born in a different country. Whatever it is, I believe sometimes we try to wish and hope and imagine what life could have been if. But do we then spend too much time chasing the what ifs without spending quality time looking at what is? I say that because sometimes when I'm in my lowest moments, my darkest times, I may think, oh, there has to be more than this. But look around me and to count my blessings, I realize that there is a lot to this actually, and I need to be more grateful. And so as we focus on this time of Thanksgiving, I want to pull a little bit more of that out of myself and out of you if I dare. Let us think a lot more about the little things we have in a big way. Let's try to remember where we're coming from. The things we have achieved through life. I have achieved and I've lost and I've lost and I've achieved. But you know what? It's just a cycle of life. And when we don't have all the things we thought we should have, maybe that's a time to shake ourselves up a bit and just remember the things we do have and try to be grateful. This is not a new concept. The Bible says, be content with whatever you have. In all things, give thanks. This isn't anything new. This is age old. We just need to be reminded every day of all the reasons we need to be thankful for what we have. I know sometimes I make the mistake of looking at other people and thinking, wow, I wish. But do we really? Because we don't know the full story, do we? We don't know the circumstances. We don't know the good, the bad. We don't know what it's doing to the other person. What we do know is what we have. And what we do know is that regardless of how we feel or think, we are who we were meant to be, and we are where we were meant to be. So why don't we stop looking around at other things and other people and wishing and wishing and wishing, and just take a moment to pause and say thank you for what we have. I'll be honest with you. I am not ungrateful. I'm not. I don't think so. But I do think I can exercise a little bit more gratitude, because there is still so much more that I don't take note of, so much more that I still take for granted. And it's always nice to take these little moments to wake myself up and remind myself that I have a lot to be grateful for. Not looking around at what everybody else has and wishing I had it, but being grateful for what I have. So instead of looking around and thinking, oh, I could have this or I could have that, or I would be better off if, why not just take a moment to look at yourself now and be truly grateful for what you have and where you are and who you have. My friends, in all things, give thanks. Happy Thanksgiving.